Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Back to do another collection update. Yesterday, my wife and I went to a Goodwill up by me, which is fortunate that I went because I wasn't going to go. But they had just put out a cart of new stuff. And we also went to a thrift store that we don't normally go to, but we were in the area. This eventually I'm going to do my Black Friday haul, but I haven't gotten everything in yet, so who knows when the rest of it'll come in. But for now, I'm gonna start with the thrift store stuff first. It's a consignment shop actually. The first thing I got was Mac and Me. I've heard a lot of people talk about this. I believe they said it was kind of like the poor man's ET. I don't know. I think I saw that on somebody's review, but it kind of made me want to see it. I've never seen this movie. This is a special one for Nick, The Last Shoegazer. He loves this movie. I have seen it. It's been a long time, but I don't really remember it that much. But I picked it up. I think I remember liking it. I don't really remember, to be honest. Anything with Chuck Norris in it, I'll pick it up, especially if I don't have it already. I might have this in a multi-pack, but I saw this there and I was like, ooh, score. Gotta have some Chuck Norris. Even the bad movies are good. This was brand new. Can't remember if I have this one or not, but this was brand new and sealed. I think it was $1. So, The Crush, good movie. This is one I hadn't heard of. It seemed like a horror thriller called Paranoid, but it has Jessica Alba in it. Old Blockbuster rental, I guess. And the last thing I picked up from the consignment shop is Casino Royale. Yeah, I really like this movie. I liked all the James Bond movies with Daniel Craig in it. Of course, I have them all, but this is an upgrade from my DVD. And my favorite, and I'm sure this is actually probably not a popular opinion at all, but my favorite from Daniel Craig is Quantum of Solace. Everybody seems to hate on that movie, and I can't understand why. So then I went to Goodwill, the one by my house, and like I said, I was pretty fortunate because they had just put out a cart of movies, and there was some horror in there. But I'll do the non-horror stuff first. This is a movie that I wanted to see called The Three Musketeers. I believe this is the one with Mila Jovovich, Jovovich, or however you say her name. Yeah, that's her right there. And Orlando Bloom. Mordecai, this is an ex-library rental. I figured I'd watch it. Not the hugest Johnny Depp fan. G.I. Joe the movie. It's the cartoon movie. Big G.I. Joe fan, always have been. This I already have, but I couldn't let it sit there. It's Schoolhouse Rock. I don't know how many of you guys used to watch Saturday morning cartoons. Don't know how many of you are my age. Probably not many. But this was a staple in my life as a child. Schoolhouse Rock. You know, used to teach you things with clever songs and all that. I just thought these were genius. So I couldn't leave it sit there. I'll probably give it away to someone. This was a important part of my life when I was a kid. And who doesn't remember I'm Just a Bill? Yes, I'm only a bill. And that's actually how I learned the Bill of Rights. So, yeah. Love Lies Bleeding. This is with Christian Slater. Looks like a neat little thriller. This is a movie I've always heard about and I've always wanted to see. This was actually brand new in the wrapper, but I took the wrapper off. RKO 281. This is the battle for Citizen Kane. It's an HBO movie. Looks like fun. Always wanted to see that. The original Scarface, I do believe. Tommy guns and everything. And now I'll get to the horror. There was a lot of horror in the basket, but of course I had most of it already. This was the stuff I didn't have. Well, some of it is, and I'll explain. Tower of Blood. I've never seen it. Looks interesting. Now this I already have, The Mist. I have a Blockbuster version of it on DVD, but everyone always says you have to see the black and white version of it. And the Blockbuster release I had didn't have the black and white version. This is the 2-disc collector's edition that has the black and white version on it. So I have to check it out and see if they're right. Great movie though. This is a Anchor Bay, room 6. Pretty cool. So it has Jerry O'Connell in it. Actually, has the insert with it, so that's pretty cool. Wrong Number with Eric Roberts and I don't know who that is. Bridget Bacco. Looks like a horror movie. It's pretty cool. And I do have this movie several times over, but a little interesting story about this one. Eventually, I was talking to my wife yesterday, and eventually I'm going to buy the Blu-ray, the Synapse Blu-ray, eventually. This is a movie that was always very, very dark in spots, and it's kind of hard to see, or very blurry in some spots as well. I'm not sure if the Synapse version cleaned it up. I'm sure it probably did. They're a boutique label, but this was actually the first one I had, and I got rid of it when I had gotten it on the multi-pack, and I always kind of regretted doing that, even though it's not a great copy. But this is the very first one I had years and years ago when I first started getting DVDs. I bought it out of the $5 bin. And interestingly enough, little side note here, one of the other things that was in that bin that I didn't buy that I regret was the Anchor Bay version of Hell Night. They had a whole bunch of them in there. So knowing if I knew then what I do now, I would have probably bought the whole thing and made a lot of money off of them, because there were a ton of them in there. So, but yeah, for some reason that just sticks out in my mind. That was years and years and years ago. But so that's it, guys. Ending it off on Prom Night, Jamie Lee Curtis venture. I know a lot of people don't really care for this one as much, but I've always liked it for what it is. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time.